Guys, hello, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Geneva. This is Geneva in general. And guys, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the whole Sandy Brondello firing. And again, guys, I'm sorry if you see all this smoke. Oh my goodness, it's like fogging up my camera. I'm not smoking. Of course, I just got done cleaning up the crib. My mom has these incense. They're scented dragon's blood. I ain't gonna lie, it smell good up in here. But it don't matter how I position this on like her coffee round square table. It just keeps like coming over here. So again, guys, my apologies. It's probably not good for my lungs to be breathing in this stuff, but it does smell good up in here, okay? So, you already know how that is. After you get done cleaning up the crib, it ain't complete until you light up a candle, you light up some incense, you gotta light up something. And also, guys, shout out to everybody who wished me luck on my job interview the other day. It did go good. It was a job, I'm not gonna say the company, but they are positioned in San Diego, California, and he helped me to come to the realization that I may not be ready for the advisor role right now. I'm more of a researcher. I do like, analytical work, and I might be more comfortable starting off as an analyst. And he said that the problem with that is that in San Diego, California, they need far more advisors than they do analysts. But he told me, like, if I really want to go that analyst route, it's best for me to apply for jobs in, say, cities such as San Francisco, Chicago, and New York City. Again, Chicago is definitely on my bucket list. It's just very cold, but it's still like a major city. Lots of sports, of course. You got the Chicago Sky, and it's only a 5-hour drive from my family here in Ohio. So I'm like, he was really, really nice. And he said we could still keep in touch if I do change my mind. So that was a good interview. But guys, I want to talk more about the latest WNBA firing of Sandy Brondello. Again, this is like, it's not a controversial topic, but it's a sensitive topic, okay? When it comes to things such as, race relations, sexism, misogyny, perhaps, because I could not help but to ignore. Neither can social media. Again, guys, the fans are reeling. If the fans of the WNBA, even casual fans, I'm seeing mainly, of course, more specifically, fans of the New York Liberty, even men are like, there seems to be this repeated pattern. There seems to be a trend of female head coaches of the WNBA being let go. They're like the first to be fired, the last to be hired, right? And they said, like, it's almost as though we are witnessing the colonization of the WNBA, right? And again, I can't ignore it, okay? As you can see, I'm a woman, and I wanted to speak more about this in my thoughts because I definitely saw this happening just last season. Now, to be fair, we did see some male coaches last season get the boot, as well as female coaches, right? We saw Eric Thibault. He was the previous head coach at the Washington Mystics, as well as Kurt Miller. He was the previous head coach of the LA Sparks. Now he is the general manager of the Dallas Wings, right? We saw them get the boot, as well as the women. We saw Christy Sides of the Indiana Fever get fired. Teresa Weatherspoon of my Chicago Sky, she got fired. And a lot of these positions, not only did we see the women get fired along with some male coaches rather, we saw a lot of the female positions, those head coaching slots, get filled in by men. Okay, and this is controversial because let's be honest, it would be a cold, cold, cold day in hell. Like a blizzard would hit hell when the day we would see and witness women taking over head coaching positions in the NBA. And people are saying, like, as we see the WNBA become more popular, it's becoming more, lucrative, right? It's much more revenue coming in, much more streaming. People are really having more of a generated interest into this league. We're going to see more men take over head coaching positions. Do you guys know that Nate Tibbetts, aka Girl Dad, that's what they call him, right? He seems like a wonderful man, wonderful husband and father. He has a wife and he has twin daughters, right? They call him Girl Dad, affectionately, mainly his Phoenix Mercury players. Did you guys know that Nate Tibbetts, I did my research, he is the highest paid head coach of the WNBA. What championships does this man have? None. Right now, I did my research. Nate Tibbetts, being the head coach of the Phoenix Mercury for years now, since 2017, I believe, something around those years, he has not won one championship ring. We just saw a woman, Sandy Brondello, of the New York Liberty, win a championship ring for this organization, for this team last season, and she's fired. Again, a woman won a championship ring. She led her team. Again, it doesn't matter how you feel. Again, I don't know much about her as a coach. All I know is she was the head coach of the New York Liberty last season, and they won a championship ring. That's not an easy feat. The next season, she gets fired. Nate Tibbetts, again, he's a man. I believe his salary is like what? Not trying to count nobody pockets, of course, pocket watch. But I believe he makes I believe he makes around what, $1.8 million per year. That's his salary. He has no championships. Do you not see like the inequality? Like people are literally saying like men are literally colonizing the WNBA as coaches, and like it did make me feel for Sandy Brondello. It's like, they of course they have those like, thank you for this, thank you for your service, when they wave and cut players of the WNBA. They do the same thing. They have that graphic waiting to post on Twitter or whatever social media, saying to the head coaches that are about to get fired, hey, thank you for your service. We said, we loved you, we enjoyed you as our coach, but we just want to move on. And they were just talking about all her accomplishments, saying that she's the most winningest coach of the New York Liberty, because of course they never had a championship in franchise history until she led them there just last season in 2024 for the WNBA season, and she's fired. And it's like, it's just exhausting as a woman to see just how not just disrespected we are, but how undervalued we are. Again, I can't get over it. Again, you can say like, oh, this is just feminist literature. This is literally reality. It's like, again, name me one woman that's the head coach of the NBA. There aren't any, right? There's none. I believe Becky Hammon became close. She was the assistant coach to Popovich down there for the San Antonio Spurs. She did great, right? And I believe that she said like she was in talks to possibly either having another assistant coaching job in the NBA or perhaps a head coaching job in the NBA, as well as Dawn Staley down there for the Gamecocks, right? They saying like, they were in talks with possibly hiring her as a head coach for some NBA team. I forgot, I'm sorry, but I did report on that like this past spring. But again, overall, you just don't see women being able, we're not even afforded the opportunity to go into a man's domain, such as the NBA. It's a male dominant, obviously it's a male league. Like the genders are separated for a reason. Men are stronger than women for a reason. That's why we can't play in the same, for most like physical contact sports, we have our own separate divisions. Obviously that's common sense. But again, when it comes to coaching, as a head coaching position, you're never going to, again, it's going to be a very, very chilly, blizzard-like day in hell when you see not even just one woman, never mind a whole mass, like a whole migrant group of women going to the NBA, seeing men get fired in the NBA, and seeing women take over those head coaching positions. You're not going to see it. And again, it just shows just how far behind we are as a society. I'm sorry, I can't ignore it. It is what it is. It's like, damn, when they bring that up, I'm like, yeah, Nate Tibbetts is the highest paid coach in the WNBA. No championships. One under his belt, under his leadership. We saw Sandy Brondello. This is a white woman, not even just a woman. We just saw Coach Noelle Quinn. She was the only black woman left, guys. The only black woman head coach left. And obviously, as a black woman, that saddens me. That upsets me because the league, the WNBA's players is like 65-70% black. Black women. It's like, man, we don't even have not one black woman coach. What is really going on? Again, it's very, very unfortunate. I really hope that something can change. And like, you know what? Even though I didn't care for the New York Liberty, I still believe they cheated last season. It is what it is. Call me what you want. Don't call me on speakerphone. Sandy Brondello does not deserve to be treated like this. Women don't deserve to be treated like this. Like, we literally are being locked out of lucrative jobs. Like, when I found out, guys, I don't want to make this video but so long. You know I hate long videos. I just want to get my point across. When Lisa Leslie was not let down or let go, but she was denied two coaching positions. She talked about this with Angel Reese on her Unapologetically Angel podcast. And it's like, but see, y'all want to fire women or like try to shut women out of these type of opportunities in the WNBA. But you have terrible male coaches such as Tyler Marsh of My Chicago Sky, Chris Koklanis of the Dallas Wings. But they get all the grace. Like, men get so much grace in the league. It's crazy. It's like you can be a woman, win a championship, win the first championship of a franchise, and be fired like that the next day. You can be a man, not have no championships under your belt, be paid the most. People was talking about how Nate Tibbetts should have been fired last season. They said he had like at least 3 to 4 gold Olympic medalists on his team, and they got swept out of the playoffs. They said, why isn't he fired? Male privilege is real. Let's be honest. It is what it is. Y'all can call me what you want. Again, don't call me on speakerphone. It's apparent. Even in a woman's league, Like men are like, they get more grace, right? Chris Coclanis, they are renewing his contract. Yes, guys, the Dallas Wings. Chris Coclanis is a terrible coach, awful coach. He gets another chance. He getting more opportunities. He has that grace. He has that male privilege that allows him to not perform up to his abilities and still get another chance at a job for next season. Whereas Sandy Brondello is a woman. She won a championship, but again, she's a woman. We're just not valued like that, and it's very, very discouraging. It's very unfortunate, but it's our reality. Like, we have a lot of ways to go. As women, we have come so far since like the 70s, civil rights, feminist movement, etc. But we have a ways to go. Like, wow, there's no more black women coaches. Like, what is going on in the WNBA? But again, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Like, and I just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys. Again, a lot of New York Liberty fans are pissed, and people just kept on bringing up the gender element to it. Like, Sandy Brondello is a woman. Here you have a woman with a championship, and she out. Again, as women, we're not minorities, but it's like when it comes to like business and opportunities and making money, it's still a male-dominated world. It's still male-dominated industries, even like sports, of course. But even in the women's league, we are, unfortunately, the first fired and last hired. But guys, please comment down below your thoughts on this whole topic. Sandy Brondello not getting another chance. And also, guys, tell me, like, what could be done about this? Again, I'm not saying, like, men cannot coach in the WNBA. I love male coaches. But let's be honest. When you look at the top performing teams in the WNBA, they're all headed by women. Cheryl Reeves, number 1. Minnesota Lynx, Sandy Brondello was number 2. Number 3, well, Atlanta Dream, it was by Carlos Mesco. Shout out to him. But he got swept up out of here. The only male coach left is the Phoenix Mercury. We're going to have to see what the Minnesota Lynx do to them for tomorrow's game, Game 3 of the series. But this gave me a lot to think about. But guys, please comment down below your thoughts.